I'd like to call this meeting to order, March 3rd, 2026, special meeting of the Board of Directors of Palo Verde Healthcare District. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag.
One nation, indivisible, with justice for all.
Your Honor, you please take it in.
President Carmela Garnica,
Here.
Director Trina Sargent. Ms. Sargent, you're muted.
I apologize. Present.
Thank you. Ms. Sargent, is there anyone of the age of 18 or older present with you, and can you please describe the relationship?
No.
Thank you. Director Sandra Hudson.
Present.
Thank you.
Okay, this is an opportunity for citizens to speak only on items listed on the agenda. For the record, please state your name. The board has a policy of limiting any speaker to not more than 3 minutes. Public input may be offered on the agenda items when they come up for discussion and or action. Is there any public comment? Okay, seeing none. Next item is there any board comment?
You cut out. I'm sorry. Carmela, you cut out. Can you repeat that?
Okay, sorry, I didn't have my thing. Okay, is there any board comment?
Yes, I have a just something I'd like to read from Riverside County voter registration, if I may.
Yes.
This is from Riverside County voter registration dated February 12th of 2026. The voter registration of voters of Riverside, State of California, do hereby certify that on January 13th of 2025, or 2026, excuse me, the petition to recall Board of Director Trina Sargent from the Palo Verde Healthcare District was delivered to my office for the purpose of verifying that the signatures were registered within the defined area. I further certify that the signatures said on the petition were counted and examined by means of full verification process, and that the results said examination was as followed. There were a total of 1,795 signatures said on the petition. Total number of signatures checked, 1,795. Total number of sufficient signatures on petition was 812. Total number of insufficient signatures on petition was 983. I further certified that the number of valid signatures required to qualify said petition is 1,749, and that was the number of the valid signatures on said petition was only 812. The petition is hereby declared insufficient, and it was signed by the Register of Voters, Latina Flores, Chief Deputy Register of Voters. Thank you. So there was nearly 1,000 signatures that were falsified. I just wanted to state that for the record. Thank you.
Okay. I have no board comment, but I will read. Our objective is to reduce the number of special meetings and to return a consistent schedule of one regular meeting each month. This will allow board members and our community to plan their time more efficiently. While this remains our goal, there may still be occasions when a special meeting is required to address urgent matters. We want to express our appreciation to the board and to the community for their flexibility and understanding. Thank you for adjusting your schedules to attend today's meeting. We are continuing to work through the loan agreement and the IGT, both of which require timely attention. as we move forward with stabilizing the emergency department and overall hospital operations. Your continued support and consideration are greatly valued. Okay, is there a motion to approve the agenda with item 6E, Siemens Financial CT scanner purchase option, moved to the first item for discussion?
I so move.
I have a second.
I'll second, but I do want to question while we're moving it.
Because of somebody that.
May
Yes,
President.
Joanna.
So we are moving it forward to allow staff to be able to participate and present the report. We don't want to run out of time and staff's not available at number 6. Thank you.
I get second, okay.
Call for the question?
Sorry for starting.
Aye.
Thank you. Dr. Hudson,
Aye.
President Garnica.
Aye. Okay, now the next item is reports, update on operations and finances of the district. Okay, so on behalf of the board of directors, it is my honor to formally introduce our interim chief executive officer, Jennifer Cruikshank from Riverside University Health Systems, RUH. We are deeply grateful to Jennifer for stepping into this leadership role during a pivotal time for the Palo Verde Healthcare District. Her experience, steady guidance, and commitment to operational excellence are already making a meaningful impact. I would also like to extend our sincere appreciation to the RUHS-led strike team for their dedication, professionalism, and unwavering support. Their collaborative approach and commitment to stabilizing and strengthening our operations reflect a true partnership in service to our hospital and the community we proudly serve. We look forward to continued progress and are confident that together we are building a stronger future for the Palo Verde Healthcare District. I would now like to turn my time over to Jennifer Cruikshank.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jennifer Cruikshank. Thank you very much. I'm honored to be here to serve as the interim CEO of Palo Verde Hospital. I want to begin by thanking the board, the Palo Verde Hospital staff, and the community for the very warm welcome. Although I've been only on site since February 23rd, which is just 1 week and 1 day ago, it already feels like it's been about a whole month of hospital life. I've already seen a deep commitment this team has to serve the people of Blythe. As we begin our work, I want to briefly acknowledge a little bit of what Carmela, the chair, has already said. Riverside County, through the RUHS-led strike team, will provide temporary operational management of key services. This is a focused stabilization effort with the county's role limited to steadying operations, assessing conditions, and offering recommendations for long-term decisions. From the moment the RUHS-led strike team arrived, it was clear that the Palo Verde Hospital staff have continued to show up with professionalism, compassion, and resilience. They continue to provide safe and compassionate care during a time of uncertainty, and their dedication is deeply appreciated. In our first days, our team was really focused on understanding the daily operations and identifying areas that need immediate support. Our goal is to strengthen systems, stabilize operations, and ensure the staff have what they need to care for our patients safely. One of our first improvements we did this last week was to launch a structured daily huddle at shift change. These are brief meetings that create a consistent space for real-time communication and rapid problem solving. In just a few days, the Palo Verde team has already used this process to identify and resolve issues related to supplies, equipment, staffing, and safety. The structure is already improving coordination and helping our teams address barriers. We've also made key progress on key financial and administrative items. This includes securing $8.9 million through the Intergovernmental Transfer Program, with additional funds expected to arrive, which is huge. I know we are all breathing a sigh of relief right now. We've increased communication with the Blythe community through official announcement and media outreach to support our efforts in transparency to rebuild trust. While we've accomplished a great deal in a short time, we know there's still so much to learn and so much to do. We believe in open communication and will continue listening to the team at Palo Verde and the hospital to understand what the areas are of greatest need. There are many questions about the future, and while we will want to answer what we can, some decisions are still in development. We ask for your patience, certainly your grace, as we enter into this work together. Our hospital's future depends on all of us moving forward together. By staying aligned, supporting one another, and working as one team, we give this hospital its strongest chance at long-term stability and success. Our most important objective is to remain united in our efforts to support this hospital and the community it serves. Thank you to the board again, the Palo Verde Hospital team, and the community for your collaboration and your commitment to serve this hospital. We are honored to stand here with you and move forward.
Thank you. Okay, are there any questions from the board? Start this time.
I just want to thank everyone again, the hospital staff, the strike team, Jennifer, the board of supervisors, all the people that have been supportive of the hospital. This is an exciting new chapter, and we're here to support you in any way that we can. Thank you so much for all your efforts.
Okay. Is there any public comment? No public comment. Okay, close the public comment. Okay, next item. Action items. Addendum number 1.
Madam President,
Yes.
we're going to be presenting this Trainings Act item, which is going to be
Okay. The Siemens Financial CT scanner purchase option. Michael Rose.
All right, good evening. The district Somatron Perspective CT scanner long-term lease is coming towards the end. To discuss the options available to the district, we have Tino May of Marshak Hayeswood to discuss. Mr. May?
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Great. So thank you, Michael, for the introduction. The hospital has a CT scanner that is currently subject to a lease. The lease at the end of its lease term has a purchase option. And so the matter before the board today is whether or not to authorize and ratify our exercise of the written notice of intent to exercise the purchase option. This does not mean that the board is voting today on actually purchasing anything. It is just to allow us to proceed to get the information from Siemens Financial about what it will take to buy out the CT scanner. Obviously, a hospital needs a CT scanner. The one that we have right now apparently works pretty well, doesn't have too much wear and tear on it. And so we would ask that the board vote in favor of approving and ratifying our tender of the written notice of intent to exercise the purchase option. There's a couple of things that might have to be done in order to actually exercise this purchase option, but the first step is to provide that notice on time and to get the information back from Siemens Financial about what it will require for the option to be exercised. And importantly, how much it will cost to actually purchase this thing. And so if the board votes to ratify, then we will obviously come back with more information at a later time.
Okay,
That's all I
so-
got.
If I may be recognized.
Yes.
Okay, so also included in that motion would also be to authorize staff to negotiate and present terms for subsequent approval to the board of what is necessary to complete the purchase option. So there's two parts. And I just want to reiterate that the staff worked with the county and RUHS with respect to this recommendation.
So is there a motion to ratify the prior written notice of intent to exercise purchase option for the CT scanner with Siemens Financial and authorize staff to negotiate and present terms for subsequent approval to the board of what is necessary to complete the purchase option?
I so move.
So I have a second.
I second.
Okay, call for the question.
Director Sardi?
Aye.
I apologize, Madam President. Would you like to call for public comment and for?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Is there any public comment? Is,
I have a question. I'm just curious if this is the best option. I mean, is the machine, does it just have life in it? Is it still current? Is there a better option?
well, so,
I can comment on
okay.
it. My name's Jen. Hi, Jen. You all know me. We did have our radiology team evaluate the equipment. It's about the same age as the device we actually have in our facility, and we anticipate we'll be able to last many years ahead. Not used as much as ours is used, so it has some good lifetime in it, even further than what we could do. So, and it would be a really big to do to replace that particular CT scanner. There would be a huge OSHA project and now HCI project, and it would require a ton, even more money up the gate. So this is reasonable and appropriate.
Well, I have my own understanding of the days that the CT has been down. I'm assuming that is for lack of a tech as opposed to a problem with the machine.
I'm not here. I can't comment on the staffing of that, but I would say that the reason it's not used as much as ours is because they see 300 patients.
No, I understand the distinction, but there's certain days that ours is down. And that, to me, I wondered in my own mind if that was a mechanical problem or if that was a employee problem.
Yeah, I you need to give me a little more time. I think I'm on day 8, so we're working through.
No, I'm impressed so far.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we can call for the question.
Director Sardi?
Aye.
Director Hudson?
Aye.
President Armenta?
Aye. Now we go to item B.
It would now be the agenda. The January 15, 2026, no agreement.
Their service agreement.
Okay. Addendum.
The addendum. The January 16, 2026, no.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, so is there a motion?
You need to call the staff.
Oh, it's 216, okay. Okay, addendum number 1 to the January 16, 2026 loan agreement, Mr. Rose.
Addendum number 1 to the January 16, 2026 loan agreement is between the Palo Verde Healthcare District and the County of Riverside. First addendum increases the original $1 million county loan by up to an additional $3,445,595, bringing the total principal to $4,445,595 as of February 25th, 2026. The additional funds will help support district operations and participation in the Medi-Cal Intergovernmental Transfer Program. The new principal carries the same interest rate and maturity date as the original loan and federal funds may not be used to repay any portion used for the Medicaid transfer program. The parties also intend to negotiate future amendments to potentially revise payment terms, financial covenants, and related provisions, but no further changes will be effective unless made in writing and signed by both parties. The staff recommendation is to approve addendum number 1 to the January 16th, 2026 loan agreement in substantially the same form as attached, and authorize the President, Garnica, to sign the first addendum.
Okay. Is there any public comment in regard to this report of the addendum? Public comment, okay. Close public comment. So is there any board comment in regards to this? In the second?
No, thank you.
Okay, call for the question.
I'd like to call for a motion.
Oh, one second, okay, so, I thought it didn't, okay, is there a motion to approve the addendum for January 1st, January 16 loan agreement in substantial the same form as attached, and authorize President Garnica to sign the first addendum? Is there a motion?
I so do.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Director Sardi,
Aye.
Director Hudson,
Aye.
President Garnica.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay, now, it's there's service agreement. Mr. Rose.
So this agreement provides preventative maintenance, repair services, and support for designated surgical and sterilization equipment at Palo Verde Hospital. The terms of this agreement are from March 1st, 2026 through February 28th, 2027. Provider is Steris Corporation. We do have Don Driscoll of RUHS from their plant operations department available if there are any technical questions related to the Steris agreement. But staff recommends to approve and ratify the Steris services agreement.
Is there any, okay, is there any questions from the board? Sorry,
No, thank you.
is there any public comment? Close public comment. Okay. Are there comments from the board? Okay. So is there a motion to approve and ratify the Steris agreement for equipment maintenance and customer support for the term of 1 year? Is there a motion?
I'll move. So move.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
For the question?
Director Sardi,
Aye.
Director Hudson,
Aye.
President Garnica.
Aye. Okay, next is, medical authority delegation resolution number 26-04.
Yes, this is our request to the board to delegate credentialing, peer review, hospital policy adoption to the RUHS medical staff during the term of the management services agreement.
Are there any board questions?
Have you discussed this with the medical staff, the Palo Verde Hospital medical staff?
So I'm meeting with him tomorrow. I will say that the management service agreement adopts the bylaws from Riverside University Health System Medical Center med staff. And this is just a process by which we can then come, instead of 1 by 1 for physician credentialing and privileging, or advanced provider physician credentialing privileging, is delegating the authority, and we come in monthly then for you to ratify those approvals. It is the other thing I will add, just because I'm sure people are wondering, we have providers that are currently practicing at Palo Verde Hospital. Our intent is to work with our 2 med staff teams, offer reciprocity for those who have already been credentialed at Palo Verde so that they can continue to work through, which is why we took the period of time to help us implement that process, because we want to keep that seamless. And at the same time, the effort is all about bringing in a team of medical staff to help support the med staff as a whole and improve quality of care and access to services for this region.
Okay, sir, did you have a board count?
No, I think it's awesome to have additional resources for our community of physicians. My only comment.
Okay, we're now open to the public. Any public comment? Okay, no public comment. Close public comment. Okay. Is there a motion to approve the resolution number 2026-04 delegating credentialing, peer review, and hospital policy adoption to the RUHS medical staff during the term of the management service agreement? Is there a motion?
Also move.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Call for the question?
Director Sardi,
Aye.
Director Hudson,
I'm going to vote no because I would prefer that you had a conversation with the medical staff prior to this action.
President Garnica.
Aye. Okay. The next item on the agenda, item D, opening a new bank account and authorizing designated signatories.
So the loan agreement with Riverside County stipulates banking requirements, which necessitates the authorization to open new accounts. To discuss this further, we have Ms. Burke of our consulting group to discuss on Teams.
Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Good afternoon, President Garnica and members of the board. I am pleased today to present to you this agenda item. With me today, I also have on line Ezzy Torres. She's the Vice President and Senior Relationship Manager with Five Star Bank. She's going to be available for any kind of technical questions or detailed questions you might have about the bank or its services. So I'm going to go right into this. The last we discussed banking changes was in July of 2025 with this board. So I'm going to go ahead and keep the background brief on this. The district has for nearly 20 years primarily banked with Provident Bank, a local community bank. They currently hold 4 of our bank accounts, and then there is 1 payroll account that's with Bank of America. Due to the district's increasing complexity, as well as the recent county loan requirement for a deposit account control agreement, we began looking at other banks because that service was not offered by Provident Bank. So the matter that you have before you tonight, before the board tonight, is to update our main primary banking relationship. Also, with the recent transition to RUHS and the county for hospital oversight for the next 6 months, this resolution will also update check signers and provide banking access to include these entities. The district needs a banking partner moving forward that is large enough that it can grow with it as it goes through its restructuring plans. Five Star Bank was selected to better meet the district's evolving financial needs and to comply with the county loan requirements for the DACA, the Deposit Account Control Agreement. And then any additional details and a link to the Five Star Bank are included in your staff report. Just to name a few, it is also a community bank. It is the top 3 best performing bank in the nation. During the implementation period, the Provident Bank accounts will remain open temporarily for ongoing transactions, with 1 retained for local over-the-counter deposit purposes. That's the intent. Any account enclosures will be addressed in a separate staff report when the transition is complete. Staff today is recommending that the board approve Five Star Bank as the district's primary bank and begin implementing immediately to open new accounts, approve the attached DACA, and authorize the check signers and access rights. The attached documents include both informational items and contractual items. Those have all been reviewed by District Council and the CFO. Note that the DACA agreement that is in there is still being finalized between all parties, including the county, the bank, and the district, but what you have attached in front of you tonight is true to form. This completes my prepared remarks, and Joanna, if you can help me, will you please read the recommendation for the board?
Okay.
And then we'll open it up for any questions.
Thank you, Ms. Burke. The recommendations are to adopt resolution number 2026-03, authorizing the opening of accounts at Five Star Bank, approving a deposit account control agreement and authorization for signatories. To direct district staff to take any and all necessary and appropriate steps to open the bank account, secure the signatories and enter into the DACA and any other agreements necessary to effectuate the foregoing. 3, approve and finalize the attached agreements which are true to form. And 4, update the signatories on the account.
Okay, so is there a motion?
I so
Madam President, would you like to open up for board comment?
Okay, is there, okay, where is this? The sergeant, is any board comment?
I just wanted to ask if the county was in an agreement with all of this, which I'm sure that was probably resolved before it came before us this evening. But I just want to go on the record by asking that question.
Yes, we have worked very closely with the county and RUHS and the bank. So the docket isn't quite ready, but it's substantially in the form to be able to.
Okay, thank you, Lena.
Okay, so is there any public comment? No public comment. Well, there was public comment. Okay, so is there a motion?
So moved.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, call for the question.
Director Sardi,
Aye.
Director Hudson,
Aye.
President Garnica.
Aye.
Thank
Okay, so now we go with to closed session. Okay, so now we will go to closed session. Is there any public comment regarding closed session? Closed session agenda items are hospital quality assurance report pursuant to Health and Safety Code, section 32155. Item number 2, public employee performance evaluation pursuant to government code, section 54957, titled Chief Executive Officer. Item 3, conference with legal counsel regarding existing litigation pursuant to government code, section 54956.9 D1. Palo Verde Healthcare District, Chapter 9 bankruptcy. U.S. Bankruptcy Court for the Central District of California, Riverside Division, case number 625 BK 17084. Now going to closed session. Now back to open session. Ms. Wade, would you like to report?
Yes, thank you. So with respect to item 1, hospital quality assurance report, there is no report. With respect to item 2, public employee performance evaluation regarding the chief executive officer, there's no reportable action. And with respect to item 3, conference with legal counsel regarding the bankruptcy, there is no reportable action.
Okay, and then so the next scheduled regular board meeting of Palo Verde Healthcare District Board will be held on Wednesday, March 25th at 6 p.m. here at the council chambers. It is adjourned.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Thank you.